Okay, all right. This is another recording. Once again, I'm ex-military. I like to put that out there to let people know that if you haven't went anywhere, basically, I'm just a representation of I've been to a lot of places, and none of these videos are monetized. I'm purely out here networking because you never know. Like I've been a lot of places, and they say we having conversations with people like, oh man, you for real? You know what I'm saying? It's a great big network. You vibrate and you meet people for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I put videos out there, for like that. Uh, it is alerting people because certain people's on the same mind frame and they want to go and do what they need to do, and you never know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I may acquire 100 acres plus, you know, 200 acres plus, you know what I'm saying, and get a land pack for it. Somebody next to me might be on the same thing, and I don't even know. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, what's going on, man? So we can click up, so you got families, okay, so what's your crest? You know what I'm saying? So what's your thing? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, who is your tree? So we can know how to communicate, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? You know, um, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta have that vision. All right. Gotta have that vision. And you must know your lineages to know who you are so you can grow up to know who you are. All right. That is point blank. Okay. All right. Um, let's see here. Sovereignty. Okay. I'm into and all these videos are basically like snippets of conversation, this, that, and the third. Okay, this is what I'm heading towards. Like a lot of other people told me, and via email or via whatever talks and stuff like that. All right, heading towards sovereignty. What about food, water, and shelter? Well, it's plain and simple. Like Benjamin Banneker, you be your own farmer's almanac. Um, almanac. You gotta know when the rain is coming. What side of the planet rain is mostly at? Do you dig into transportation? You see what I'm saying? Okay, preservation. What's your most natural ingredient out there that, an ingredient that allows for you to preserve for a lifetime? It's called honey. Syrup too, because syrup has been known to keep evidence, tree syrup or a tree or tree sap. Okay, all right, and you put that in your water. You feel me? Jug it, seal it. That's it. Case closed. You feel me? And you manufacture your own, as much as you can. I tell people start investing in getting your jugs, your mason jars, preserve turn your fruits into jams. Always put honey in it. Turn it into um jams, um jams and jellies. You know what I'm saying? Get your seasoning. Um, Seasoning is dimensional. You could be talking about the Eastern or the Western. I'm talking about the Eastern, which means for medicinal purposes. You could talk about for Western, which is used for culinary cooking. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Okay. But you gotta look it up. All right. And you gotta know thyself in order to know these terminology and words and stuff like that. All right. Um, let's see here. Um, let's see. I was checking on an upload about one of the people I just subscribe to. Is dealing with information technology. When it comes to sovereignty and food, water, and shelter, you want to make sure you have your own water. So you want to know the water table, the streams, the springs. Okay. All right. Um, the springs are going to be where the city and town names are named Springs. I mean, you can't get no. I mean, a lot of things are in front of you. You know what I'm saying? From their perspective, letting themselves know where stuff is located at. If you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But you have to become a tourist. You know what I'm saying? And a tourist, into a tourist, everything is suspect. Everything. So so anything you come across, you researching it. You see what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people don't catch on to that. You know what I mean? You can't get comfortable and be like, oh, this is my property. As if that you are king and queen. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't filed the correct paperwork, which is the UCC-1 and other paperwork from what I've been researching. You know what I'm saying? Then you could be in that mindset, but you still have to be a tourist on the outside to get to know the maps and get to know other copies of maps so you can know what's really going on of the land and the ideology of the people that is surrounding you. Okay, once you become sovereign, you're gonna see people ideologies change. Well, I ain't gonna say change, but you're gonna really see their ideologies clear, and you're gonna look at them as if they're brain dead. Okay, all right, okay. Um, like I said, if you are evolutionary, you move your family and you do what I mean your tree and as many members of the tree until it's every last member of the tree away, extract them away from all the mess. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing revolutionary. It is being evolutionary and being real. Because if your family was in danger, you would do the same. If you was in danger, you would do the same thing. If you knew, according to law and the things that they're saying, if you knew what you read, you would be like, this is for real. And this is how they're portraying it. Like, especially, like I said, especially being in the military, you see it for yourself. And you took the oath, to protect foreign and domestic. And you like, wait a minute, and then, cause you was in the zone, you was hypnotized. You know what I'm saying? You was hypnotized with power. You know what I'm saying? So you like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's real, as real as it is, as real as can be. You know what I mean? So yeah, what you do is you make sure you have a good rainwater system. Know how to cook with clay. You may need to take up clay pottery classes to know how to form clay. To make your clay cooking, there is a lot great benefits in clay cooking. Trust me on that. The Mexicans showed me how to clay cook and to deal with the chimneys. I mean, it is totally awesome, man. I love California for that. Um, See, that's why I take that's why I can't like, I would never participate as being a racist that they're talking about. I can only be a racist from an actual race point of view, like I'm racing to the end or I'm racing to be better than my last time. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff that they're talking about. I don't know what the crap is fiction. It's not even real. You know, and all this colorism stuff is not even real. Now the color of the law is real. Now they know exactly what they mean, because they can mean different things. Color, see, they know what color means. You know what I'm saying? They really know what color means. It goes hand in hand with trigonometry. You know what I'm saying? It's the frequency. It's the frequency of the words. Are you conscious of how you switching these words like electricians use switches to direct certain currents, you know, within a circuit. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a breaker board, or a breaker backbone. You know what I mean? It's real. You know what I'm saying? You can flip the switch or you flip it off. You know. So yeah. Yeah, the color of the law definitely, you can look at the words and it'll be something totally different. You know. I mean, seriously. You know. So, make sure you get every dictionary, every law, and look up whatever law or international law that is in other lands. You're in a day and time where you're in the information age where you should have all information ready and available and be ready to just have your own kingdom. A lot of people don't pay attention to certain games, right? Forget Mortal Kombat. Even though Mortal Kombat is funny, it will make you burst out and laugh and get a lot of anger off. You know, it is very funny from the time Mortal Kombat was made. Great. And Street Fighter. Yeah. Okay. No, you don't need to be in those games. You need to be in the games where they're building kingdoms. They're showing you exactly how things are done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it's just real. You know how you make your stuff, this, that, and the third. Now, let's take a little further back, and you get into real life history, and you look back on your lineages. You know, yes, you have a chance to connect with your lineages and and extend the sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? And make things happen. A lot of people don't know how much power they have in numbers and within power or within your own tree if you tap into your roots. That's all you need to do. But they get into this political debate about, oh, I'm a black, or I'm African American, or I'm whatever, and you know, this, that, and the third, and that's who I am because I was born here, whatever. Man, kill that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a tree ain't gonna say that. A tree has roots and it's gonna reach out and it's gonna make more roots and be like, you know, a tree is basically saying I am who I am, and I'm gonna keep growing, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna touch you. You know what I'm saying? And I need more nutrients. You know what I'm saying? I need more to make me grow because I got seeds that I have to produce, and they gonna produce into fruit based on the season. You know, a lot of trees have rings. Some trees don't have no rings. Depends on the climate. All right. So what I'm also saying is that, you know, pick your terrain. You know, there's some terrains and there's some areas where you can only grow per season. Some areas where you can grow constantly. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, when you go sovereign, okay, like I'm going sovereign. You know, I'm taking it I'm taking it all the way. You know, I'm just missing a few forms and this, that, and the third. You know, that's all I'm missing. And I'm going to take this thing all the way. And I'm gonna make sure I have nothing but my tree with me. You feel me? You can't be alone by yourself. All right, you gotta have your whole tree with you. Okay, that's why you submit all the paperwork all at one time to let them know you ain't playing. That you are a entire family. You know, the Fabian Society has 7,000 people. Okay, and that's mixed up of mixed people from across the planet that claims to be in the Fabian Society. Great. I ain't going out like that. All right. Okay, that's cool. You know, we're gonna take this back towards tribal time. See, that's what tribes. I truly believe that's what tribes was made to distinct themselves, but also come together in a time of need. You're all the same. You're all the same. You can all communicate, and yeah, there'll be differences. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but that is to keep one another from not committing incest and things of that nature. See, a lot of people like to say, well, did we, inherited the disease of not being alike? Well, would you want to marry one of your own tree members? No, you really won't want to do that, would you? Okay. So you want to divide yourself and create, a new, well, I ain't gonna say create a new identity, but if he was already here, you know what I'm saying? And the farthest back you can go as far as records is that these tribes existed, and that's just what it is. Now, on a God complex level, if you want to take it to the point where it was just like hydrogen, where one person was built out the other, and and everybody is on family, then you might say that there's no such thing as incest, no more, because incest will be according to something criminal. But I ain't trying to go that level due to the fact that we're in modern day times. So, you know, it is what it is. So, remember rainwater? There's different rain systems, rain collection systems. Uh, let's see here. Know your plants. Know your insects. Know your animals. Know your crops. Know your seasons. Know your forms. Get your books. Um, that's it. I'm out.